Vigro. Virgo.
V-I-R.
Yeah.
You said Vigro.
Vigro. I did. I did hear
like
the G-R-O.
B-I-C-T-H.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Conscious Wave, and today's episode is on
Virgo season.
Starting us off, what do Virgos represent?
So when I think of a Virgo, I think of like the Virgin Maid. That's what they represent, the Virgin Maid. Think of them as very kind of mysterious. They like appear graceful, but inside there's like the fire alarm is going off. Internally, everything is like blowing up.
They remind me of a filing cabinet.
You know in that episode of SpongeBob where, I don't remember the exact episode, but like all of the little SpongeBob inside of his head, the filing cabinet is like all fucked up and they're running around.
Oh yeah, it's on fire.
Yeah, and SpongeBob is just sitting there like, I feel like that is a Virgo. That's a Virgo.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about Virgos? They're alright. They're my opposing sign, so sometimes we have to agree or disagree. You know, I said I feel like I agree with them for the most part. They can be very critical when things aren't going their way. My Virgo friend, I feel like he's one of those people that if I didn't have him in my life, like I wouldn't have thick skin. Like,
I feel like earth signs in general do that to water signs. Like
Yeah.
we show them that they need to be emotional.
like soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like it's okay to be soft, and they show us like, well, you need to toughen up, okay?
Yeah, you
Because people will eat you alive if you don't get it together.
They
Yeah.
are soft too. Like they I feel like they also want to be soft. Like a part of them really wants to be soft, and they can only really do that with a water sign. I like them for the most part. There's like the unevolved Virgo. Hate them. Hate an unevolved Virgo. They're just very complacent if they are unevolved. But somebody who I feel like is, pretty evolved, has a really good footing of who they are as a person, and I don't know, they're go-getters.
What is your favorite thing about a Virgo?
I like their consistency. Like, in their mind, yes, they might be falling apart, but they're still at the end of the day gonna get that shit done. Because, while they are falling apart, it's like, this is work, You gotta separate your work life from your, personal things that you got going on. So I really appreciate that. I like when they care about those people, that they remain consistent with them. If they don't really know you, they're not gonna really bother to text you. They're not gonna bother to do shit.
Yeah, if they like you, they fuck with you heavy. Like,
Really?
they're very loyal.
I don't know. I think they're a well-balanced earth sign. And like earlier I said, I feel like I can rely on them because they're very grounded in what is happening in the current moment.
Yeah, I agree. They have this very feminine energy about them, and I love that. It's attentive. I also find that they're very charming, so I like those two things about them for sure.
Do you guys have a story of a Virgo?
There's a lot, to be honest with you. When we start off, it's like for a long period, and then when we see each other again, it's like we're not strangers. But like in the time being, when I was hanging out with a Virgo, I would notice that they're like, when they're not okay. And I would tell them like, hey, do you think you should be doing that? And they would be like, what do you mean? And I'd be like, girl, you're not supposed to be doing that. It's not good for you. You're obviously going through something. And they would get so upset about that. And I'm like,
you called them out?
Yeah. They don't like that shit at all.
Yeah.
They'll try to tell you about yourself. Like, they'll be like, you have all this shit going on with you. Why are you not in my...
It's because they're so calculated. Yeah, it's because they're so calculated, and they have this like idea of themselves. And whenever someone is like you can see past that shit. And I think as water signs, we're just able to see past that shit. They don't like that at all.
Yeah.
But I'm not even trying. Like, I wasn't even like really calling her out like that. I feel like I was very gentle, and I just noticed there was a pattern, and it was an unhealthy pattern. So I was like, hey, let's do something different today.
Yeah.
And she was like, what do you mean different? Like, what is it? Like, we just been doing this a lot, and it's not always healthy, so we should just put it down and do something else. Yeah, they're like, okay, you could sit over there and do what you want, but I'm going to finish this. And I'm like, okay, look, heifer, you ain't got to be like that.
My first Virgo story, I used to work for a Virgo, and I felt like that experience wasn't the best because an unevolved Virgo can be very manipulative and, I don't know, sometimes verbally abusive at that. And so it wasn't the most pleasant experience. From my positive experience with Virgos, this person, we rode for each other. Like, they were very comforting and just, it's like they understood me on another level. So I appreciate my Virgos when they kind of have their shit together.
Yeah, I mean, the water earth combination is like, that's comforting. You know, it
Yeah.
works well. It's a good dynamic. My friend and I, we decided to take, and we wanted to bike to Chicago. We were biking.
What the fuck?
We were biking on.
right.
I'm like, y'all didn't fall in a bush. It was 5 a.m. and we just, by the time we decided to bike back, it was 7 a.m. Everyone was like getting ready for work. People started to come out. Like, we hadn't seen anyone yet. It was super calm and like dark, and it was nice until the sun came out, and I was like, oh my God, the rest of society is awake now. Like, we gotta go home. Once we got back, we just like knocked out.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. I was so exhausted, like physically and mentally.
Because everything else to them is very, like, logical.
What is your guys' advice for Virgo?
I have a Virgo Mars, and so I tend to overwork myself. And my advice would be to have a good work-life balance. And I'm speaking to myself as well.
Confirmation.
Yeah, confirmation, honestly. Damn. It's all good and fun to be working on things, especially if it brings you joy. But, also finding joy in little parts of the day instead of just from.
What you're trying to accomplish.
Exactly.
Yeah. I said some similar advice. I said to cultivate optimism in that like stressful moment, because you got to have faith in your process, and just occasionally take risks on your dreams instead of just continuing to tend to your duties, because your dreams matter.
I like that.
I'd say for a Virgo, let go of all the toxic things that you know you don't need, because I notice that a lot of Virgos tend to like cling to that because they want to fix them, and I'm like, you shouldn't want to stand by that. You already know what you want, so it just kind of not only like it sets you back.
And dismantle your like limiting self beliefs.
Yes,
Yeah.
why are you trying to fix this person? Like,
Mhm.
what does that make you, like, what is that fulfilling in you to want to fix that person?
Because once you do, even if it's not like perfect, are you going to be upset about it? Like what do you feel like your value will be then?
I think it's because they feel value. It's because they can fix them, they feel valuable.
But you're valuable anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, also, you should allow people to, like, treat you, Not everybody is out to get you. Not everybody's trying to ruin your plans.
The universe is for you. Believe it. An affirmation for you Virgos out there. Release the need to be right all the time.
Period. No, period. Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
period. That's one. And then another one, I surrender my timeline and agenda to a higher power.
Beautiful. I said work hard, play hard. So if you're going to work hard, play as hard.
Oh, I like that.
I don't have an affirmation for you. You know what you should be doing.
There you go. Tap in, because you know what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Shout out to all the Virgos out there. It's your
We
season.
still love you. You're still great.
Happy birthday, Virgos. We love you.
All right, we're sending our.
We're sending our conscious love waves to you.
Period.
Ew, that was so cheesy.
What? No, I liked it.
I liked it.
The Virgos are like,
Their soft sides like.
they like that shit.
Maybe.
They love that shit.
Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in. This was our episode on Virgo season.
If you're a Virgo, comment your birthday in the comments. As always, our links are in the description box below. Go ahead and click our link so that you can see the rest of our social medias. Check it out! Alright guys, we'll see you in the next one. Bye!